close some of you guys. No, if they don't bring my food on time, I'm not tipping. If they don't do it again, I'm switching restaurants. You gotta earn my business. The only person that should be apologizing is them. I order food, it comes 3-4 hours later. What good is it to me? Don't get me started. I'll come to the restaurant myself. I'll fix the problem myself. Fuck out of here. I come to the restaurant. It's not even a restaurant. It's like a deli. I come there. It's all Spanish guys. Go, dime. I start rapping Spanish, bro. Rapid fire. Just getting jail mode. I'll choke slam dude right through the right through the diner, like right through like the meat grinder. Boom. Someone else is watching. Mind your business, lady. Yeah, exactly. It's RKO. Right through the meat slicer. Right through the cheese section. Yeah, no, right now I don't think I could choke slam my cat, but and I never would anyway because I love my kitty. But yeah, no, I'm not in good shape at the moment. Shane Gillis ain't shoving anybody in anything. Shane Gillis is the geek. Shane Gillis was, when I met Shane Gillis, he was like, "Oh, you raised the price of a drug? Oh no, man, shut the fuck up." I owned him. Yeah, I am a little weak, but here's the thing. I used to be an athlete. For me, I could get right back in it. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I can do it. A lot of my guys at work, they're yoked. They're yoked and they're cracked. Software devs. Pretty cool. But they don't got the same stress I got. Actually, they do. It's all right. We all eat the stress together. Man, Square is not that profitable of a business. Maybe their cash flow is better than it looks. No, Baron, I don't think got into Colombia. And I don't think he wanted to go to Colombia anyway. I told him it wasn't going to be a good fit for him. But anyway, we don't have to talk about Baron. That ship has sailed. I play basketball. I ran. This is a long time ago, man. Glory days. Those are long gone. QAnon could have been Baron. QAnon could have been Baron. I believe that. But QAnon was wrong about the Hillary Clinton thing. No, I don't do guns. I joke about it, but I don't do guns. Something about New York City and guns, it honestly doesn't fit anyway. I'm reading a book about Donald Knuth. It's like a book of his essays. Donald Knuth, Knuth, Knuth. I don't need security when I go out in public, no. People like me, believe it or not, like the people watching right now. People like me because you're gonna like me when I save you money for not owning cassava. That's when you're gonna love me. You're gonna hate me when you don't sell it and I say, I told you so. Because nobody ever listens to reason, they listen to their ego. Check your ego at the door, ask yourself, do I really know the biopharmaceutical industry? Is this really what I understand in life? No, it is not. Stop pretending. I mean, I'm not Mr. Semiconductor, but at the right price, I like Intel. I don't know the industry that well. I know NVIDIA a little bit better because I use their product. We don't hire people for free. Sorry. We try to only hire like super qualified people. When I say qualified, really, I more mean like they can do the job. Super adept. Qualifications matter a little bit, but what can you actually do matters. And sometimes qualifications tell you that. I don't know if Viking would get bought out. Maybe. Yeah, New York City subway is I would say it's like a 6. It was like a 1 or a 2 when Bloomberg was in charge. Right now it's like a 6, but no, I've seen it crazier. I've seen New York City subway real crazy. Okay, so Square made $1 billion in 6 months. That's a cash flow statement. The company's trading at 37 billion enterprise value. So if they make 2 billion, it's 18, 19 times earnings. But the question is, how much are they growing? And they're growing fairly handsomely. Without Bitcoin, I guess they're growing roughly the same amount. So they make 2% on Bitcoin, 3%. So excluding Bitcoin, I'm thinking their margin's pretty high. Let me try it. Yeah, tax refund. Not going to be a steady state. Yeah, I mean, the Bitcoin business, $5 billion in revenue, 4.9 in cost. They have 100 million gross profit in these 2 quarters for Bitcoin. Doesn't seem that great, but not horrible either. Jack is a remarkably good CEO. I hate to admit that because I don't like the guy at all. He's very good at what he's doing, man. He's not. Okay, so subscription is mostly Cash App. Okay. I don't know that stock. I don't know every stock, I'm sorry. That's why it takes so long for me to study these stocks. So I don't want to give you bullshit. I love Kramer, but I'm not Kramer, you know. I can't just give you an opinion on the fly. I'd rather give you an opinion I believe in. And sometimes it's going to be like, look, I don't even know. It's the scariest 3 words for people, but it should be your favorite 3 words. I don't know. In addition, we operate Tidal. These guys, man. The Tidal deal is just crackhead stuff. One of the things I'm very anti-drug use. I've never taken illegal drugs once. No, it's true. My parents and my late father, they instilled a very disciplined kind of anti-drug philosophy in me. Basically, they said drug use is for the lower class, the homeless, the addicts should be shunned and looked down on, spit on. They're the lowest of the low. And you should associate drugs with that. And whether they were right or wrong, that was like burned into my head. Do you still learn how to speak Albanian, Martin? I still know how to speak Albanian. It sounds like you're maybe mixed up to learn and to know. Now, here's what's funny about that spiel is that my father never gave me the same talk for alcohol. And I didn't grow up drinking very much, but I did drink. Okay, I have to take this phone call. I'll see you guys in like 5 or 10. I have to talk to my buddy. All right, back to square. I gotta leave in maybe half an hour so we can get a little research done. Got 1/4 done. Get a sense their business is half Cash App, half subscription is Cash App, transaction is Square. It's about half and half. Looks like Cash App's still growing a little bit, but certainly not the heyday growth. Margins are pretty low. There's Jack Dorsey. Head, blockhead, and chairperson. He is so woke, it's crazy. Can't be chairman. Oh, hell no. Chairperson. By the way, I put my pronouns in my LinkedIn and in my Discord, and I suggest everyone else do the same. Right now, it's not mandatory, but it may become mandatory. No, it's not a hypergrowth stock anymore. I'm he, him, in case in case you're surprised. I did decide to go with he, him. As you know, it's subject to change. That's a variable, not a constant. Respect my pronouns. Yeah, I speak Albanian, Boer. Come on, Boer. Shqiptar. Aje mirë. Aje budal. That's about the extent of my Albanian right there. Oh, wait a second. So Bitcoin. Okay, no, I see. Zamra. Sheep. The Illuminati is not real. I was looking at some crazy Illuminati stuff the other day. The sovereign citizen movement. I want to make a sovereign citizen video, but I think one thing I've learned about social media is like people take that shit way too seriously. Like I say stuff on social media, it ends up in court cases. It's like, bro, I was shit posting. The judge is like, and what is shit posting? Is that sounds like breaking the law. I'm like, what did I do? The journalists and prosecutors, they're also such fucking nerds. They're like, what did you mean by that? Is that a threat? Like, what the fuck? Fucking Reddit mods over here. IRL Reddit mods. So the whole idea of like the sovereign citizen movement is like this ridiculous concept that you can reject the sovereignty of the United States. And there's like different ways to do it. For example, you can refuse to pay your taxes because under UCC 201, all payments above $500 require a written contract. And I never entered into a written contract with the United States of America. Therefore, the United States of America owes me money, or at least, very least, I don't owe them. The best ever, oh, let me show you the best ever. I found this last night. This was like a... Yeah, let me find my... I made this post last night. Man, I don't know how to search in Discord. Like, is it like from? Or subject? Or... How do you do that in Discord? No, I'm going to the office later. But if it's like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock and I want to stay online and stream, I'd rather stream from here because like I distract my coworkers if I stream from the office. Okay, here's what I found. Tell me how awesome this is. Everyone should print this out and put this on their doors or their whatever. It's warning, notice to all law and code enforcement. This property is posted. Read this notice carefully. This is private property. This property is declared a police state free zone. You are not here to help me and cannot be trusted. All law and code enforcement officers harass, annoy, and try to entrap people. This denies people the inalienable right to privacy, liberty, freedom, and property. You are not welcome, invited, wanted, or needed. You do not have implied or express consent, permission, or consent by waiver, or any other lie to enter my property. Neither myself, my family, or employees have anything to say to you. There is no crime, exigent, or emergency circumstance to warrant entry. This notice is irrevocable. No warrant, no entry. To protect myself from you, I am represented by counsel. I hereby exercise my Miranda rights. I also exercise my constitutional rights. If you have a problem with any point hereby noticed, call my lawyer. I think this is pretty sweet. This is gonna work. Post this everywhere. Police read that, they're like, damn, foiled again. All right, they had 20% revenue growth just a quarter ago. Let's look at their website. Sovereign Citizen Movement, it's real, bro. Yeah, like I want to do a sarcastic video about it. I also want to do a money hack video. Like all these things would get me in trouble, but they're so funny. The infinite money hack. The chase glitch. If I did a chase glitch video, I'd fucking melt the internet. I'd be like, listen, Smart Shkreli here. I figured out the chase glitch. Swipe your card, go to the ATM, and swipe your card. But before you swipe, I want you to hold the number 0 down on the ATM. Okay, put your PIN in. Ask for $20. Then I have a big stack. I'm like, this is what comes out. That's how the rich stay rich. Take it from me. Put the money up to my ear. Hello? Police? I get the whole hood trying that. You know the whole hood's gonna be on that once I release the glitch. You wanna go band for band? There's a lot of details in here. Really interesting stuff. Would love to see some tables, but okay, they guide gross profit. That's actually really smart. Dorsey's smart, man. I gotta say, Dorsey's smart. No, I don't think my incarceration was remotely justified, but I don't make that rule. I don't uphold those principles. I'm a police state free zone. I don't countenance law enforcement. I don't acknowledge or recognize your authority in these premises. I am sovereign. I like my felony. I don't need a pardon. That's a mark of distinction. You know how far this police state has gone to incarcerate people? Incarcerate you for anything, anytime, no problem. Every founding father would be in jail for life. I don't know who Mike State this is, so, but I debate somebody if they're well known or worthwhile debating. I'm not an oil and gas guy. I've not looked at those stocks in my career basically at all. Yeah, unintentionally lying to the government is a crime. That is true. It's so stupid. It's alright, we'll have a revolution sooner or later. All the bookworms, rule followers, and people with sticks up their ass will... Let's just leave it at that. No, I don't think that Ken Griffin manipulates the market. I've never heard of the guy Mike Stathis. Sorry, man. Bill Perkins is legitimate, of course. Very well-known oil trader, right? AbbVie, man, what a company. It's never been against them, but it's probably fully valued. They could buy Viking. They need a GLP. And remember, AbbVie was number 3 to the TNF game, and they owned the TNF game. The TNF market. I call it the game like it's rap. Drake was 3rd to the rap game. No, they were the 3rd product entrant to the TNF market. I got to get rid of this rap stuff in my head. Too much black culture. But they were 3rd to the TNF market, and they ended up. This looks right. They ended up dominating the TNF market. So I think AbbVie could easily dominate the GLP market if they got involved. I don't want to say easily. Maybe I take that back. Easily was a little sus, but they could participate. I still don't know why Jack just gave Jay-Z a bunch of money. Let me look at the financials on the title deal. Good. Balance sheet is not that big of a deal. You know, AbbVie doesn't care. AbbVie just sell stock. Honey Badger. AbbVie's, these guys are super smart. I think a Viking acquisition would actually be profitable. Okay, so Square actually had a down year. And then they grew 25%. I think partially this is Bitcoin price. Let me look at revenue growth without X Bitcoin. I would love to automate intelligence. OpenAI is working on that, I believe. Blanco Chapo. I do fly commercial. I'll fly private if I have to. I'd rather not. But private is sometimes necessary because you have to, if you're in a time-sensitive situation. Yeah, it's not really a habit thing. I make financial software. I do PDF parsing, so like it's really not about that. But if I have to explain it to you, it means you're new to this, and if you're new to this, you need to be true to this. Okay, cash flow from operations. Favorite financial ratio. See, that's the thing. I don't like financial ratios at all. I think financial ratios are kind of bogus. I guess gross margin to me is very important. But other than that, that's not even a real ratio, right? ROE? Or ROTA, return on tangible assets. Maybe ROTA is okay. ROA is too poisoned by garbage on the balance sheet. Okay. When did they buy title? This is I want to see which one of these is title. I mean, to me, gross margin is the heart of the business, right? Like, what's your product cost to make? And how much, what is the ratio of what you keep for that? That's like huge, huge part of the company. Now, he said ratio, so free cash flow isn't exactly a ratio. Did they sell a business here? Okay, there's CapEx. And so are you telling me these guys are basically free cash flow neutral? Are they trying to run it like Amazon? Okay, so I do think looking at revenue excluding, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Revenue excluding Bitcoin is the way to look at this guy, because Bitcoin price is very volatile. They're making a small margin on that, but just straight core revenue. Yeah, revenue growth is good. It's not like it's bad. This looks pretty cheap. The problem is, like, where are the earnings? I am so busy. I wish I could spend time teaching. I gotta spend some time learning. I can spend time teaching when I'm done learning, because then, I know what I'm talking about. But right now, I'm in learning mode. When I taught a lot about pharma and stuff like that, I was past the learning mode. I was in mastery mode. But right now, I'm catching up to a lot of things. So I don't have the time. I know a lot of things in, say, software and other fields, but being able to have the time to teach well does take time, and it is I take it pretty seriously. I want people to have the right information, the best lesson plans. I really focus on delivering high quality educational products. Biggest knowledge gap? Shit, how much time do you have? I don't know any physics. That's like an embarrassment. I actually liked physics a lot as a kid. I know next to nothing on physics. Next to nothing, which is terrible. I would say on like theoretical computer science, I'm still pretty noobish. And then it's just about, in CS, it's just about libraries, man. You know, knowing and using every library to its fullest is something that I'm just not really there. You know, I know how to program pretty well, and I know the use cases, and gotchas, and best way to organize code and data structures and stuff like that, but there's still a little bit of like core comp sci knowledge that you have to learn, like, I don't know, formal languages and stuff like that. Okay, they're doing this EBITDA thing. Do we trust their EBITDA? What do you guys think? Trust this shit? This shit looks sus to me. We'll put all the way down here. I'm mostly object-oriented, but I don't know. These days, a lot of coding is neural networks, or it's becoming neural networks. But yeah, I mean, guys in my office, they use all this fancy software like Apache Airflow and all kinds of interesting Hadoop. And, no, we don't use Hadoop. All kinds of like just random libraries that I barely know what they even do. And so learning those is kind of important. Okay, so this is June, this is March, and this is December. Okay, so if you take their EBITDA number, and they had, wait, they had really good cash flow from operations. Okay, so this year the CFFO is like actually quite high. Yeah, I like this stock. I'm not sure I trust EBITDA that much, but I still like this stock. Yeah, I think Square should be in everyone's portfolio. It's fair to say. I mean, that's my instinct. I'm still rather new to Square, but I like it at first glance. Never Change, one of my favorite songs. If I play any songs, usually the streams get muted, so I'd love to play songs, but maybe some other time. Like later tonight, I should be free. I gotta leave pretty soon, but I kind of want to check some more of this stuff out. This is really interesting stock, actually. I used to really like this stock, and then it was like the ZERP times. It kind of went crazy, and then it went crazy up and then crazy down. But like this is the new bank. This is the new JP Morgan, right? Like this is probably a 5x over the long run. This is like, people want the bank of the future. It's this. And some banks will keep up. Some banks won't. So this is adjusted EBITDA. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's growing like crazy. So TTM adjusted EBITDA, 2.5 billion. Damn. So you're getting a growth stock, great manager, 15 times EBITDA. It's pretty good. No. Many of the banks will adapt. You know, JP Morgan is a tech company that happens to do banking. So I do think, you know, there's no doubt a number of these companies will adapt. Some of them won't, and they'll be left behind, and Square will buy them for their depositors. For real, for real. Block owns Afterpay? You sure about that? Huh? You're right. When did they buy Afterpay? How much do they pay? The nice thing about the model structure I use is that once you make the model, it's good for life. So you guys might see this as like laborious, but you got to realize that if you haven't been looking at a stock for years and years, you do have to spend some time to set it up initially. And once you've set it up initially, updating it is very easy. It takes 2 seconds. And then you can really use the model for intelligent purposes. I showed the Young Thug video yesterday of him updating his models. Yes, I taught Young Thug financial analysis. It's true. The funniest part is the judge threw his lawyer in jail. And before they took him away, he was like, "Can I at least be in prison with my client?" That's a boss right there. That's a good lawyer. Could you imagine Young Thug's face? And they're like, the guard comes by, he's like, "Dog, what? You got a new bunkmate." He tosses the lawyer in the jail cell. Thug's like, "The hell you? What the hell did you do?" Lawyer's like, "Well, I guess I thought I'd do the bid with you, Young." These guys are goons, man. I don't like that kids look up to guys like Young Thug. They should be looking up to black business leaders. But I don't make the rules. Sad to me, you know? And I think it's a big part of it is the media, man. It's money. It's a lot easier to sell Young Thug than it is to sell Ken Chenault or Ken Frazier. White man's making money off the black man, and he doesn't care if he ruins children's lives by showing up the wrong role model. And the black guy doesn't care either because he's getting rich. 50 Cent getting rich. Doesn't care if he's giving somebody a bad role model. I don't give a fuck. He's making shooting stuff cool. And you listen to that 50 Cent, you think selling crack is awesome. You had Wall Street guys pumping that all day. "I love to sell crack. Like, what? I used to pick up my phone and say, "What up?" And my friend used to call top hedge fund manager. He said, "What up, gangsta?" We're trading millions of dollars here, and we're acting like we'd rather be in the hood. And that's how powerful that culture was. We got a guy at our company who comes from like a Far East country, middle of nowhere, and he knows all American rap culture. It's like almost like the Westerns from way back when. You had John Wayne, the cowboy, ready to shoot the lights out, don't care about no police or outlaws. That's the kind of thing, in a way. It's a romantic philosophy, but it's at the end of the day, it's not healthy. Especially, in the black community, you have a lack of role models. You have a lot of other problems, a lot of single household families and things like that. So it's especially dangerous. If my son was playing gangster or cowboy too much and he said, "Dad, I want to be a drug dealer when I grow up," I'd say, "Hold on." "Hold on, son. Let me get the belt." I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm laughing. I should be crying. I got too much of the belt when I was a kid. I don't intend to hit my children, but if I heard that, maybe I'd consider it. My dad would lose his temper really quickly. Yeah, exactly. There's no reason you can't appreciate art, but I think the effect it can have on others is substantial. And some of the stuff just isn't art either. Jay-Z is art, but some of these young guys trapping and this and that, I wouldn't call it necessarily. I mean, it's not art, but it's also not very good. And I'm being charitable. But you know what they say about art, right? I mean, you can judge somebody's art, maybe it's still art. The song is a step-by-step guide to credit card fraud. No, I met a lot of guys in the hood like that. I like, "Yo, you sell drugs?" Like, "No, I'm a scammer." SCAMMA. Like, what the heck? What's scammer? A scam. Credit cards, bro. I said, "Oh." He's like, "You know what a BIN number is?" I was like, "No, I don't, actually." He's like, "Let me put you on." I was like, "I don't need to learn how to scam credit cards." There's a kid named J-Rock. He's trying to teach me. "I'm good, J-Rock." He used to make a bunch of fake credit cards. And I knew the Russian hackers who would give him the credit cards. I was cellmates with that guy. And then they'd basically just go to like a Bloomingdale's or a Saks Fifth Avenue or whatever and try to buy, 50 credit cards. And the cashier would be like, "Yeah, that one got declined, Mr. J-Rock. Got another credit card?" And he'd be like, "Yes, I do." 50 of these. And at some point, at some point they'd be like, "These aren't your credit cards, are they?" But the thing is, you make way more money than drug dealing, and it's way less time. So it's kind of smart relative to the alternative, but it's still depraved. And I feel a lot of people feel like their back is against the wall and there's no dignified way out. There's ways out that they don't feel very manly. They don't really appeal to an alpha male. They feel emasculating. I have to go to school, listen to this person I don't want to listen to. Fuck that. And I understand that completely, honestly. That's where, you know, having the right role model can be really useful. Did I get these right? Yeah. Luis Gomez. Love that guy. Proud to call Luis a friend. That guy's funny as hell. I don't know, bro. I think I give these comedians a run for their money. They don't like it when I say that, but I look at them and I say, I could do what you do. Matter of fact, I'm better at it than you are. I just choose not to do it. Why? Because I got other jobs. I don't got the time for all that. I gotta plug and chug numbers. Do you think this is game? You think I'm here to make people laugh? All right, look at the sales growth. Well, that's the thing. Some of what makes comedy work is the kernel of truth in it. So here's revenue growth for Square excluding Bitcoin. 27, 20, 16, 15, 14, 13. That's not a bad thing. Growth slows when businesses get bigger. Sometimes. They probably shouldn't be slowing for this, though. Honestly, I have so much more work to do. This is such an interesting company. It really could be like a generational win kind of thing. I don't say that often. Like in pharma, you're only as good as your last drug. You can't buy a stock and not look at it and just hold on to it forever. It doesn't work that way. But companies like this, you could actually do that. There's no such thing like that in the pharma world. Sometimes you get a manager that good, but it's fairly rare. Joe Rogan thinks he's a fucking philosopher, dude. Cash App Custies. I think did they stop giving this metric out? I really have to go. Shit. I am maybe late, but for you guys, I'll do anything. For my custies. You're a custy of mine, I'll jump through a burning building for you. I don't give a fuck. I'll work day and night to make you happy. You want to give me some of your hard-earned money? I'll guard that with my life. Fight to earn it. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Got the Cash App. Okay, so yeah, I should go. I'll be back pretty soon, I hope. I also do have to do software development and other things. But I'll see you guys soon. Love you.